Introducing the biggest ever Twix. Even more crunchy shortcake, more delicious caramel, and more real milk chocolate than ever before. Twix is bigger than ever and lasts even longer. And it's still only 15 pence, making it the biggest Twix value ever. Twix, the even longer lasting snack.
There's a holiday country just 2 or 3 hours away, with the most magnificent scenery, the most beautiful beaches and islands, with tranquil lakes and spectacular mountains, with good food and wine and low prices. It's Yugoslavia. You'll love the difference.
There's a new ingredient in every competition box of Knorr's special recipe quick soup. It's a TV challenge game card. Reveal all the win squares hidden on every card and you'll share in the £100,000 prize money. Buy a box. You could win a packet. The Knorr £100,000 TV challenge game.
Lemsip, why suffer when you've got a cold?
With 45% off selected gas central heating boilers, top discounts plus free worktops on these leading kitchens, Harrison McCarthy is the place to be for a bargain.
For the prime business location in the Northwest, check Warrington Runcorn. Ring Eileen Bilton now on Warrington 33334.
Do you know how much longer Fairy liquid lasts? Well, we took the best of all the other liquids and tested it against Fairy. The other liquid lasted pretty well. One bottle did all this washing up. Not bad. Till you see what Fairy can do. Fairy's longer-lasting suds mean it can do all this and more, much more. On average, 50% more. And of course, it's still as mild and gentle as ever. Fairy's not just a little bit better. It's 50% better than the best of the rest.
Right, your new Hoover Energy Control Automatic is ready for action.
Wonderful. Now, can Hoover suggest a powder to get things really clean?
Well, haven't you tried Ariel Automatic?
I've never found a powder that can shift stains like this at that temperature without leaving marks.
Ariel can, and to prove it, we'll use Hoover's new energy control panel to wash at an even lower temperature. See how Ariel lifts out dirt and stains non-biological powders leave behind.
Seems beautifully clean. Now, close up. Gracious, that mark's completely gone. It has to be Ariel. For my energy control automatic.
Hoover trusts Ariel to wash close-up clean even at the lowest temperatures.
Lemsip, why suffer when you've got a cold?
Sun yourself on the beaches of France and Spain for less than £100? I'm told it's all in here. Sun Holidays. Now there's an original name.
When Richard Henschel and his partners set up Payfec in Nottingham to write computer software for engineers, we helped program the company's growth. Last summer alone, 50 graduates were taken on, and Richard and his colleagues have plans to employ even more. We loaned Bert Bridgman money for vital factory space, helping create 60 new openings at his Bedfordshire fire door manufacturing firm. While in Wales, we've worked with the Thomas family on a recipe for success. With our financial help, their business, Peter's Savoury Products, has doubled its workforce to 700 in just 2 years. In fact, over the last year, by putting money to work, we have actively helped create thousands of new jobs. NatWest, the action bag.
Marathon is marvellous. You can eat it in the street, at home, in the office, anywhere.
When I'm really hungry, Marathon's just right. It's absolutely perfect.
Fills the old tum, you know.
Nougat and caramel, packed with peanuts, all covered in delicious milk chocolate. That's Marathon.
It's very nutty. It's very filling.
Packed with peanuts, Marathon really satisfies.
Keeps your hunger at bay. Keeps my hunger at bay anyway.
There are more wedding rings at Wedding Ring World than anywhere else. Wedding Ring World is at Preston's of Bolton.
If you've never tried Stone's Ginger Wine and Scotch, there's a whiskey made. Stone's and Brandy. Stone's and Vodka. Stone's Ginger Wine by itself. Or with ice. Perhaps you've never tried a British winter. Stone's Ginger Wine. It's what winter was invented for.
Mary? What? My mum and dad went to London last weekend. They went and saw Big Ben and the House of Parliament. My mum and dad went to the country and they slept in a hotel and they saw a golf course and they saw men playing golf.
You can't paint too good a picture of High Life, the short break holidays with more to offer. Get your High Life brochure from your local travel agent.
When I grow up, I'll take you to London.
A free auto quote could save you pounds on car insurance. So ask the operator for free phone AA auto quote tomorrow.
A small dog really appreciates the care you give him. So naturally you want to give him the best. And you can't beat Mr. Dog. Especially now, since Mr. Dog has a new, even tastier recipe. 100% meat in delicious jelly, with the meats he really loves, like juicy beef, or tasty lamb, or tempting turkey. 100% meat in delicious jelly. That's Mr. Dog, specially prepared for a small dog to enjoy even more.
With 45% off selected gas central heating boilers, top discounts plus free worktops on these leading kitchens, Harrison McCarthy is the place to be for a bargain.
Before you go on a Thomson holiday, recheck every facility, even the local transport. Thomson Holidays. You don't have to hope for the best.
Nobody works harder for home buyers than Northern Properties. We give straight, honest, friendly advice 7 days a week, including evenings. And every house for sale has a mortgage to go with it, subject to status. We organize solicitors, surveyors, and builders, too, to smooth any problems and speed things along. Which is why, at St. Helens, Ashton in Makerfield, Wigan, Chadderton, and Moston Lane, more people are sold on Northern Properties. Because our best-selling property is service.
To get better copies, you need better copiers. The Rank Xerox 10 series includes copiers that not only show you what to do, but give you double-sided copies automatically. Check every print for copy quality, enlarge and reduce. They even produce finished documents. Everything, in fact, to make your presentation more impressive. The Xerox 10 series.
Come fly with us, come fly the easy way. We're a better way to your getaway on your flying holiday. You'll be here so quick you'll get an extra day away. From Manchester you fly the easy way.
From Manchester, it's so easy to see the rest of the world. Your travel agent will tell you.
Monday wrote Mr. Kipling and two young scrumpers after my Bramleys. I explained to these discerning rascals that only the best British Bramleys fill my pies. I then set them to make amends. And having done so admirably, I rewarded them with some Bramleys in the form of my exceedingly delicious apple pies. So tempting. It's a jolly good thing they don't grow on trees.
When you can only take the bare essentials, remember Camay. Camay seems so much more than a soap. It's made from pure natural oils to give a lather so rich and creamy, you'd think it came from a jar. Camay, the bare essential for beautiful skin.
Well, in complete contrast, later tonight, there's a second chance to see the opening episode of The Price, described as a tense, enigmatic, teasing thriller, beautifully cut and wickedly ingenious, in which the capricious and manipulative young wife of a benign but workaholic computer millionaire, played by Peter Barkworth, is kidnapped with her daughter by Irish terrorists. Episode 1 is at 9:15 tonight.
8, 7, Rugby Team.
This week's Tuesday movie on 4 is Bo Goldman's award-winning film, Melvin and Howard. Acting the Good Samaritan to one of the world's wealthiest men does little to improve life for happy-go-lucky Melvin Dumas and his family.
Oh, no. We possessed again. What do you want to marry me for, Melvin? You just divorced me.
Because I want to, that's all. I just want to.
But an eccentric never forgets. An amusing and highly entertaining film based on fact. Melvin and Howard is Channel 4's Tuesday movie at 9. Coming up next this Sunday, a special group of toddlers born 2 years ago and whose lives we'll be following very closely until they come of age. Citizen 2000.
Not only the biggest estate agent in the North, now with 65 offices, but also the best known in an independent TV company survey. Oyston/Commission. In some cases, saving you hundreds of pounds with commission reductions on every sale and in every price range. Oyston the Pathfinders.
Some early birds have got a head start on this summer's holiday bargains. Thousands of the lucky so-and-sos will sun themselves on the beaches of France and Spain for less than £100. And some of them will take a child for nothing. I'm told it's all in here. Sun Holidays? Now there's an original name.
Chill! Chill!
Lemsip, why suffer when you've got a cold?
For grants of £3,000 per job, check Warrington Runcorn. Ring Eileen Bilton now on Warrington 33334.
For your free holiday brochures, telephone this number or visit your nearest travel agent.
Software projects bring you direct from America, Lode Runner by Broderbund. Probably the most addictive computer game ever. It's in the shops now.
Today's wash is changing. More colors, more synthetics, lower temperatures. That's why Surf has changed too. New Surf Automatic has been updated and reformulated to work harder than ever before, even at today's lower temperatures. So your whites come up even whiter, your colors far brighter, which means New Surf is even better value. It makes more sense to use New Surf.
Number 1, Benson's for beds. Big beds, little beds, bunk beds, drawer beds, fashion beds, bed heads, bedsteads. Benson's for beds. Double beds, single beds, round beds, square beds, low price beds.
Benson's for beds.
Wood beds, brass beds, divan beds, odd beds, lots of beds.
Benson's for beds.
Big name beds. The nation's number 1. Benson's for beds. Benson's bed sale, now on.
When Richard Henschel and his partners set up Payfec in Nottingham to write computer software for engineers, we helped program the company's growth. Last summer alone, 50 graduates were taken on, and Richard and his colleagues have plans to employ even more. We loaned Bert Bridgman money for vital factory space, helping create 60 new openings at his Bedfordshire fire door manufacturing firm. While in Wales, we've worked with the Thomas family on a recipe for success. With our financial help, their business, Peter's Savoury Products, has doubled its workforce to 700 in just 2 years. In fact, over the last year, by putting money to work, we have actively helped create thousands of new jobs. NatWest, the Action Bank.
7. Run BT.
Why is your newsagent the wrong person to ask about pregnancy? This and many other questions tomorrow at 6:30 on 4.
Now on 4, a group of babies who are already rising too. Citizen 2000.
Of wasted opportunities, of young men and young women idle, of families broken up, all of that. But the mere economics cost is enough to worry about.
The human costs of unemployment, the frustration and the sense of uselessness are borne by the unemployed themselves, as we have heard. But what we can now see is that unemployment is very expensive for those in work too. There's the direct financial cost, £5 billion. Then there are the wider financial costs, which can be estimated at a personal tax bill of around £700 a year for everyone who has a job. That's more than half the amount we pay in income tax.
Now, that represents a shift of part of what we now produce from those in work to those out of work. But the opportunity cost of unemployment is the additional output that could have been produced if the unemployed had been working. So it's an extra amount on top of the financial cost of unemployment. It's a calculation made dramatically clear by the fact that we might all have been some 20% better off if we hadn't had mass unemployment.
And that is an example of the connections we were talking about earlier. Those in work are affected every time the number of unemployed increases. And when we hear people talking about real costs, what we should be asking is, what costs do they mean? If you'd like to know more about economics, there are a number of books and publications designed to help. This book, written by Peter Donaldson, is called A Question of Economics, and it's available at most booksellers. You can enroll on a course locally or study at home with a National Extension College correspondence course. We'll be giving you an address to write to for further details at the end of the programme.
Next week, we'll look at another issue with considerable international implications. We're moving away from the immediate domestic problems to a wider arena: balance of payments, exchange rates, and oil. Till next time, goodbye.
And that new economics course set up by the Business and Technician Education Council to link with this series can be followed either at home through the National Extension College correspondence course or by going to a study group at your local college. If you'd like details of the course, send the large stamped addressed envelope to the National Extension College, 18 Brooklands Avenue, Cambridge, CB2 2HN. And the second programme of A Question of Economics will be at 2 next Sunday, and this will then be its permanent slot for the rest of the series.
On Wednesday, Visions examines the British cinema of 1945.
The king of the put, follow your spirit, and upon this charge, cry God for Harry! England and St. George!
Featuring rare behind-the-scenes footage, as well as extracts from feature films, the programme examines a golden era in British filmmaking.
Ask if you give me.
Visions has a brief encounter with 1945 this Wednesday at 9.
Now a vision of loveliness meets the Incredible Hulk. Rita Hayworth and Victor Mature in My Gal Sal.